What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video of price action trading. And today the price action structure looked very much to my liking because we had a beautiful uptrend and very similar to trading day we had on Monday, which was trend as well, but of course it was to the downside. But just in case you missed the good trades on Monday and you really didn't know how to find the good entries on the strong trend day, you had a second chance today to make it up. So hopefully you guys capitalize on this. But today started with a range day, and this is just a proof that there's so many variables in trading, and the money cycle takes so many days. It takes like a year for market to go through all the cycles, because sometimes you will just start with the straight up uptrend, straight downtrend, or other times like today you will go into trading range and then rally up higher and have this beautiful rally. So just a reminder that trading takes a little bit more time than most people realize, because you have to train your eye to see all the different variables. The money can go through all the different cycles and all the different trading days, how market operates. So today we traded into a downtrend lower, and we had a leg working on the left side of the chart. We have a break and a new low. Just once again, a reminder, draw the short-term trend lines. The short-term trend lines are as valid as the longer-term ones. You cannot neglect finding the short-term trend lines, especially in trading ranges like this. But we actually found a bottom right here. You can see there's a triple bottom right here. And we are actually working up higher, and we have a break, but we don't have a new high. And that might be a reason that there might be a strong support or resistance forming, resistance in this case. So when you don't have a new highs, new extremes, and the day is looking like a trading range, always take that possibility into consideration, that there might be some strong resistance or strong support. We traded up lower, we have a break and a new high. Once again, price action working nicely, but this is too early. I didn't mark any setups here because this is way too early. This is 9 o'clock my time, which means for you who are in the US, you're still sleeping at this point. You're working up high, you have a break and a new high, and this is starting to look like a trading range. You have no idea that the trend gonna explode like this, but there are already some clues, and I keep talking about this and I keep mentioning this in my videos, because take a look. I'm gonna skip a little bit. Take a look how we are not making it to the downside of the trading range. We read up higher, we're coming from the highs, which is good. We're working lower. We have a two-legged pullback, first entry short, second entry short. Let me mark this. This is one leg pullback, second leg a little bit higher, a little bit bigger. But you can see two legs working up higher. You have a break and a new low. And you can see we are finding some sort of a support in the middle of the trading range, which is very suspect. At this point on, you should be, your spider sense should be tingling that there's something not right here, because we're supposed to be going, just like at the start of the trading range, we're supposed to be going up and down to the other side of the trading range. But once again, the bullish imbalance, we cannot make it to the downside, and we are finding strong support in the middle. So this is a good sign that we may strongly reverse from here, because there's so few bears, even though it looks bearish right here to the untrained eye, because we're slowly creeping up lower. The fact that we are stalling in the middle of trading range is very suspect, and you need to be paying attention to that. But with the break and a new low, you definitely don't want to be looking for more shorts. And once again, the short-term trend lines, you need to let them play out. And at this point on, this is finally when the market was opening. So now we can actually have some price action. But we have a new low right here. We have a first entry short, pullback, and we spike through the EMA. Second entry short right here that failed. But we are so far away from EMA. This is not at the key entry point. This is so far away from EMA. So this is just a proof that you cannot just close your eyes and blindly take failed second entries, because failed second entries are a trap, and we need to find them at key entry point or at support or resistance. But this is a failed second entry short that's very high and very far away from EMA or potentially a trend line. So the first trade, according to our rules, that is very high probability, was this trade right here. This is the new high, pullback, first entry, pullback, second entry. You have a break and a new low, two-legged pullback to the EMA. The trend line is a little bit further back as I found it later on the day, but you know, you don't really need the trend line. The EMA is enough of a strong key entry point, second entry long, and you can see the market is reversing. The way we spiked through the EMA and we didn't even look back, this is a good sign that bulls are jumping in the market. And you can see, you know, how many people started buying. And I guess I was wrong, because in my last video I mentioned that only sell-offs are very strong and the rallies are kind of lackluster, but you know, today proved me otherwise. It's actually, you know, almost every single correction was bought by the bulls. So, you know, anything can happen in trading. Nevertheless, this was a good trade according to our rules, and we are just working up higher and higher. And here was the tricky part, because this is starting to get the vibe that the trend is very strong. And just like I mentioned in one of my videos where I took the aggressive live trade, when the trend is very strong and very steep, you will just get a bunch of first entries and small little bars that looks like they're gonna reverse anytime. And once again, look at this. This is how, look how nice the counter trend trade look. Always such a nice reversal bars. It is looking lower high. It is looking like it's gonna reverse any minute, but you cannot be fooled by that. This is why, you know, the trends are so powerful, because they're making pullbacks that look like they're gonna fail, but they keep going higher and higher. And trend is making beautiful reversal bars that they keep failing, and they keep trapping and trapping people. But nevertheless, we actually managed to get some second entries according to our rules, which I was fairly surprised. This is the new high, because this high is a little bit higher than this high. First entry long, pullback, second entry long. It is fairly bearish, yes, but it is off the key entry point. It is a second entry long, and there is a big stem, which is very good, because that means that at the very close of the bar, a lot of bulls were jumping into the market, and the bullish momentum, the buying momentum, really all the prices rallied up higher. So this is exactly what we want to see at the very end of the bar. And when the market is looking so strong, like your small little bars were just creeping up higher, I mean, I'm gonna take this second entry. I'm not gonna pick and choose, because I have to follow the rules. But here's a little bit safer entry, because at this point on, we have you can treat this as a small little trading range, and you can treat it as a breakout pullback. You broke up higher, you pull back, big bullish reversal bar off the EMA. This is a safer entry, and the market just keep going higher and higher. And once again, the same story, just like I told you Monday. You cannot be scared to keep buying. You know, it's not gonna reverse like just like that on the diamond. The trend is so strong. You have to be, you know, you have to believe in your rules and keep buying, keep buying. You know, what's happening also to a lot of traders is, I think they overanalyze the chart. They're looking for the most highest probability setup they can. They're looking for the perfect entry, because they're scared to lose money and they're afraid of being wrong. So they keep missing all these setups because they're just not the best. You're not quite to the trend line, and the bars are, you know, a little bit choppy looking, and you don't have a clear second entries, and they're afraid, and they wait, they miss all of this, and they take all this setup at the very high of the move. They take this all this up. Finally, now I'm gonna go long. I have finally, you know, got the courage to go long, and you know it's gonna reverse on you. Trading is, I don't want to say it's random, but there's definitely a reason why the market is moving, for sure, 100%. But we don't know which setups, according to our rules, are going to work or they're not going to work. Let's take, you know, second entries at the key entry point work 17 times out of 20. We still have to take all 20 trades, because we have no idea which are the 3 losers in our sample size. So we have to keep trading those second entries, and we have to keep taking those second entries, because we don't know if it's going to be one of those 17s or one of those 3 losers. We just have to, you know, play the probability and play the odds. But we have a new high right here, first entry long, pullback, and you made a double top right here. So the new high, I mean, you can treat it still as a new high, or you can treat still this as a new high, but this is not technically second entry according to our rules. But since we bounce off the trend line and big bullish bar, you know, you have to take this trade, because you're not gonna get better setup. You're just not gonna get. Market is too strong to pull back one more time and give you a clear setup. You have to take these subpar setups, and this is even a good setup, and market keeps going up higher and higher, and notice once again, small little choppy bars just working higher, creeping up higher. This is a good sign that this is a strong trading edge. It doesn't look like that. This is a strong trend, pardon me. It doesn't look like that. These bars are so small little pullbacks, and you just creeping up higher. The market is so weak to give you a better entry and better correction. You're just not gonna get it. You have to take whatever you got. And we have a new high right here, and we're working lower, and it's just a first entry. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it was very tempting to take this trade, because this is the first time we properly touched the EMA since here. We touch it a little bit with stim here, we touch it a little bit with stim here, but this is proper touch with the body. It took so many hours, but it is just a first entry. So I definitely, I am for being aggressive, but I'm not going to break the rules. So I skipped this trade, and this was the better entry where I actually put my limit order in. And I was afraid that I was going to get trapped here because it went up higher without me, but I still kept believing we might pull back, and we did. And I thought to myself that I might get trapped here, that I should have been waiting, because you can make a case, and which is true, that we are waiting for a new low. But this trend is so strong, this is so strong and so bullish, that I just believe that we might not even get a retest. So I got filled right here, and luckily it turned up higher, and this is much a safer entry. First entry short, second entry short, big bearish reversal bar that probably trapped a lot of traders picking tops, and a nice bullish reversal bar off the EMA. EMA is a holding price. This is our key entry point. It really doesn't get much easier, and you're working up higher, and you have a new high right here. You have a break and a new high. So right now is definitely the time for correction. So break and a new low, just once again, according to our price action rules, works like a charm. And here I got trapped here. I actually took a loser, because I was treating it as like this. Let me show you guys. I saw this double bottom right here forming, which was a good enough indicator for me that this is all the selling we're gonna get from the bulls. This is so strong, and this double bottom is holding very nicely. So this is the new high. First entry short, pullback, second entry short. So this is what I was seeing at the time. I was seeing just this. It didn't look so congestive as now. And I thought to myself, this is such a small little bar. It is a failed second entry short that I took the risk here, and I got trapped. And I actually re-entered on here. Once we broke below the small little congestion and we made this bullish bar, I put my limit order in. Luckily I got filled, and market continued to go higher, because this is such a strong trend. And with the double bottom right here, I re-entered right here, and I took a loser right here. And was I mad? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Like I said, if you follow the rules that I teach you guys, you're gonna be, your win percentage is gonna be big, but you have to take all the trades in the sample size. You cannot pick and choose. The win percentage is only gonna be high if you take all the setups that are according to our rules. If you cherry pick and you only wait and you over analyze because you're waiting for a ridiculously perfect setup, which is not gonna happen, because trading is like driving in the night and it's foggy. You're never gonna be comfortable with trading. It's all about being comfortable with the state of this discomfort. I'm gonna say it again. It's all about being comfortable in the state of discomfort, because that's all trading is about, and this is all you have to adapt. That nothing in trading is 100%, and you're never gonna be fully comfortable, and you're never gonna know what's gonna happen. You're kind of always on the line of guessing. So I took a loser right here, didn't bother me, re-entered right here, good trade. And this was the last trade I took today, but there was actually another beautiful another beautiful trade. We have a new high right here, pullback, first entry, pullback, second entry, we have a break and a new low, two-legged pullback. Let me show you guys the clear leg. This is the one leg, and this is the second leg. It's measured. Once again, in such an uptrend, worth taking long, definitely. And you can see the market is still going higher. Just you don't want to be selling this. you know, I'm very surprised that we have such a beautiful trend days, because I made my rant on Monday that we only get a big trend only once a month, and it actually happened today again. So hopefully this time you guys capitalize on this. And I don't want to read any of you in comment section complaining that you didn't make money today, because hopefully, you know, hopefully you did well today. This was the bigger picture for the day. Started with the trading range, very unexpected, this big rally. And somebody in the comment section actually mentioned that they expected the huge downtrend and the market's gonna go lower. And I actually replied to him that the S&P 500 is overall looking very bullish, and look what happened. You know, you cannot underestimate ES. It keeps climbing higher, after big correction. It just keeps climbing after higher. So yeah, this was the day for the day. This was it, and hopefully you guys had a good trading day. I'm gonna wrap it up. See you guys in the next video. Bye guys.